There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Once again, I had to reset I updated my computer and I've updated OBS, which has apparently messed with the settings. So I had to reset my mic and whatnot. So yeah, we're taking Ashley and Tali on this mission. Alright, so that's where the anomaly is. There's the listening post. So we'll take this route. We'll go down here, do that then, and then up. But we do have to level up. I'm still 2 away from being able to max out my Intimidate. So we're going to put that point into this. And then we're going to continue leveling up Ashley's shotgun. And as for Tali, now that we've maxed out our armor, we're going to level up her shotgun skills, which requires us to heavily upgrade her pistol skills. And just for the sake of showcasing their new gear, because of our new apartment, as you can see here, I haven't gotten around to leveling up Ashley's equipment, but I did heavily upgrade Tali's. She's supposedly using a get weapon. None that bypasses shields. But the only real weapon mods we keep getting is the high explosive from Tank, but as you can see there, we have her using a cool shotgun. Oh, we have a high level sniper rifle, and as you can see there, we definitely upgraded her Omni tool, as well as her suit. We can spend a good bit of money upgrading the team again by getting a random tier 10
You okay, Tali? It looked like you got some dirty looks back there.
Many think less of Quarians for traveling in the flotilla and for creating the Geth. They see us as scavengers, little better than thieves.
That's sort of what I heard about your people. I guess you're not in any one place long enough for people to get to know you.
So we're seeing, I want to bring it up, folks, because I know I brought it up in an earlier video. But I talked about Ashley's dislike of aliens, and like Ashley's a bit of she's a little more complicated, I guess, than what we give her credit for. Again, I being included, because yeah, it's weird because when we had a whole mission where we talked, sorry, it wasn't a mission. We talked to some NPCs on the Citadel, which was the Terra Firma party, and Ashley commented on them being like, "Oh yeah, some of your members are just plain racist and all that." And the guy excused, he was like, "Well, we can't exactly stop people from having their opinions." You know, that type of stuff. Like, but he was like, but then Shepard times he was like, yeah, but you don't exactly discourage them from making those comments. But yeah, so, but again, the point is Ashley chimed in there. But the thing is, there's so often the point where she would have a comment about aliens. You know, and then there's this, like, where we've seen Tali tell this story multiple times to multiple different NPCs, And the typical the typical commentary is, don't mind what people are saying, don't think too much about what they say, like, you know, or they're not worth listening to. It's typically that type of advice. And then we have Caden, who was personally mistreated by a Turian, and he holds no grudge against any other Turian. He's like, if I was, because again, like, to use his analogy, if he was to judge an entire race based on one person of that race, he wouldn't like humans. Because he's known plenty of human assholes. Which again is a very healthy mentality if you're in a setting like a Mass Effect, where there are other sentient races. Now, but back to Ashley. The thing is, a lot of the dialogue with Ashley, like again, I can count on my hand the amount of times Ashley has said or done something that would suggest she isn't, like, you know, xenophobic, to use in the terms referred to actual aliens. But the amount of times she tells a story or she makes a comment that is very much is xenophobic. I can count on two hands at the very least. And then also there's the atrocious analogy of referring to sentient races as a dog. Now, I'm sure a part of me feels like, is it possible that they might have removed that from the Legendary Edition? Because, like, you know, we do know that they took stuff out of the game, as well as added stuff in. So that's a big question, is if they left that scene in. Also, I'm going to save, because there have been a couple of times where the game has crashed on me. So there we go. Just making sure. Nothing can really go wrong. But yeah, so, like, unfortunately for Ashley, like, the deck is still skewed, like, against her. But again, we'll have to wait and see if they include this.
According to this, they received a supply ship just 2 days ago. The Rachni must have attacked since then.
Where'd that supply ship come from?
One moment. These things are drones, dispatched at irregular intervals from different depots to reduce the likelihood of tracking. I have it. This one came from Argos Row.
That's inside an emission nebula. The Alliance doesn't have any depots inside nebulae.
Whoever programmed that freighter didn't take any pains to scrub or alter their data.
Let's get this over with. Somebody needs an ass kicking. Whoever it is, we'll find them there.
Aye, aye, Commander.
But yeah, no, it's again, like, right there, like, her like that again, the same interaction with Tali that we hear so many others making. Ashley's whole I forgot to change my icon. Move the mic. There we go. Like, Ashley's first situation was to defend like, or at least make an excuse for, like those people. Like she was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's what I heard." You know, she's immediately talking about like, "Oh yeah, no, I've been told those very same things about the Crenari." Like everyone else is reassuring Tali, like, "Oh yeah, no, you're not that," or "Those people are just, you know, whatever." Like, but no, Ashley's just like, "Well, I've heard the same stories they heard." But then, now again, to her credit, she does point out, like, I guess you just don't stay in one place long enough for people to get to know you. So, yeah. Like, Ashley, it might be a situation where Ashley is xenophobic towards people, like towards aliens that she does not know. But then she will make allowances for her beliefs and all that. Like, she'll be very quick to, I feel like she'd be the type of person that'd be very quick to point out to when something bad happens. Like, "Oh yeah, see, that's why you shouldn't, that's why I just trust this alien or this race or whatever." But then they'd be like, "Oh, but if you try and call them like racist or whatever, they'll point to this one person and be like, "Oh, how can I be racist? I like this person." You know? Again, there's also the possibility that my memory of my interactions with Ashley is worse than what she actually is. But here's the funny thing though, it's like, I'm not the only one. You know, and that's why I'm like, okay, no, because it can't just be me. You know, if there's like multiple people who are also like, "Oh yeah, no, Ashley's absolutely the worst." So I'm like, okay. This is the last of the planet. We're level 51. I'm actually going to try and actually hold off on leveling up Shepard further, just so I can make sure I have as much Renegade or Paragon as I can for a very specific thing. How many points do I have in either? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 points in each. Okay. Alright, so that's the Acheron system finished. I'm just going to end this video here, folks. We'll be back with more Mass Effect Legendary Edition.